Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Scotch and Smoke Rings episode 408. I am your friendly neighborhood Oxhorn here as always with my suspender set to maximum stun. Got a great show for you today. Got to apologize. I'm doing this broadcast a day late. Well, more like 10 hours late. I was supposed to do this broadcast last night because last night was Thursday night. But I had to postpone it, so I hopped onto Discord and to YouTube and to Twitch, and I said I'm postponing the show. Starting early today, it says, it's me, Romano. No, it's late. This is really, really late. I should have done this broadcast last night, so this is late for me. But anyway, I'm finally doing it now. It's the following morning, and the reason I had to postpone the show was because I had spent most of the day working on a video, and I had a parent-teacher conference with the kids. It's dark, yeah. Let's see if I can find a better light. Yeah, I don't really have a good light, sorry. Anyway, here, I could always use my phone light. Anyway, I had a parent-teacher conference with the kids. There. How's that? Is that better lighting? Oh, man. Oh, it's going to be right in my eyes. Well, at least you can see me now. Anyway, so here I am. It's the following morning. I had a wonderful night's sleep. I had to go right to bed after dinner because I was just so exhausted. But I slept all through the night, and I'm feeling so much better. So I figured I'd make it up to you. I'm going to do episode 408 of Scotch and Smoke Rings right now, Friday morning. I finished my video for today, by the way, so the video is going to publish in a couple hours. I schedule it to publish at 9 o'clock every morning. So in a couple hours, my video will publish today. It's on mods. I know you guys love it. Every Friday, I do a video on Fallout 4 mods, and today's Fallout 4 mod video is a lot of fun. It's the top 10 bunker and basement player home mods that you can find for Fallout 4. I had so much fun yesterday installing these wonderful player homes from very talented modders and running through them and just exploring them and recording my exploration for all of you. So expect that video later today, and then I'm going to be working really hard today for tomorrow's video. I've got a couple of Fallout New Vegas videos that I'm going to be publishing over the weekend because I've been working on Boone. I've been working on increasing my, do they call it affinity in New Vegas? I don't even know if they call it affinity in New Vegas. Anyway, I've been raising my affinity with Boone, and so we've been hitting every place in New Vegas that's important to Boone. I published... You turned your Pip-Boy light on? Yeah, that's kind of what I pretty much did. I just turned my Pip-Boy light on. Anyway, we went to Cottonwood Cove. I published my video on Cottonwood Cove on Thursday morning, and I'm really pleased with how that video turned out. People seem to really like it. So we're going to try and hit Nipton for tomorrow, and then either we're going to do Bitter Springs on Sunday, or we'll just hit Boone's story on Sunday, and then do Bitter Springs in a follow-up episode. Or maybe we'll join Bitter Springs with Boone's story. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. Anyway, lots of great New Vegas content planned for the weekend. Do I sense a Followers of the Apocalypse lore video coming soon? Well, I did go to the old Mormon fort at the end of the Cottonwood Cove video that I published on Thursday. And, I don't have anything planned for the Followers of the Apocalypse right now. However, they are one of the many factions in New Vegas that I want to focus on, that I want to do content about. So here's my strategy. Let me tell you my strategy for New Vegas. I really want to tell the story of New Vegas with personalities. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going through the personality of Boone, and Boone is very NCR focused. So that's why we've been hitting many of the NCR locations in the game. I'm trying to tell Boone's story, getting to know him better as a person, and then we're going to end our exploration of many of these NCR locations with a big Boone story. Then, once I'm done with Boone, I'm going to take another companion like Veronica or Cass or Ed E, and then we'll do their story and hit all of the locations in the game that are really interesting to them, that pertain to their story. So I'll do some videos on the Brotherhood of Steel for Veronica, and so on and so forth. So that's my strategy for doing my New Vegas content. to kind of plow through the game. This time I want to really start with the companions so that everybody understands the companions and we can tell the story of New Vegas through the companions as we go through the game. I'm kind of sidestepping the main plot. I don't know if you've noticed, but I haven't touched anything on Benny or House or the Las Vegas Strip at all. I mean, the main plot I've completely avoided. We've been doing all of the side stuff right now. But yeah, we're going to be hitting all of the vaults. I'm really excited about New Vegas. I think I'm having so much fun with New Vegas, and probably because I just finally figured out my mod situation on New Vegas. So for those of you who don't know, I am now linking and sharing. I'm sharing and linking to all of the mods that I'm using for New Vegas. And the mods that I installed for New Vegas, I finally got them working, and they made the game look so much better. One of the really annoying things for me when I was playing New Vegas was just how bad the game looked. I'm sorry to say, it was really, really, really bad. It looked horrible. If you watch my first Fallout New Vegas videos, those were completely unmodded. And, I mean, animation problems, horrible character. I mean, everyone talks to me about how great New Vegas is, and the story of New Vegas is wonderful. But the art and the characters are just horrible. And this game was released in 2010. There were good-looking games that came out in 2010. I really don't think Obsidian had an excuse. And I'm going through all of the different mods that I'm installing for New Vegas, and some of these mod authors, they're part-time animators and 3D modelers and texture developers who do this for fun in their free time, and they have other professions. And I read... I'll read the description pages of their mods, and they're beside themselves. So, like, how could Obsidian have done this? The list, like, I watched a 15-minute video I installed a mod that gave the NCR better armor, and I watched a 15-minute video from the mod author just roasting Obsidian. He's pulling the original New Vegas textures into Blender and then showing all of the issues, and he's like, these are paid professionals. This is what they do for a living. How could, and they're just going off. Anyway, just the basic, New Vegas without any mods is so ugly that it's just really hard for me to immerse myself in the world. So I'm so grateful that I finally got mods to work with my installation of New Vegas, because I can have weather effects, and I've got an E&B installed, which is making the world look a whole lot better. I've got my faces changed. I installed a mod that gives better armor to the NCR. I've got some plant mods out there. I'm really trying to make the world look better. But I want to make the world look like New Vegas. I want it to look like the Mojave Wasteland. I don't want it to look like, you know, the East Coast, or like a green revival has gone on there. So I really want to stay true to the tone of the game. And those are the play the games. No matter what I do, it's always someone says, play the game. Look, all right, I'm going to get to the game. What's today's video about? Well, the video I'm going to be doing, the video I've got scheduled for today is on mods. It's going to be on Fallout 4 mods, on the best basement and bunker player homes in the game. But the broadcast I'm doing right now is on Longneck, Lukowski, because Mr. Churchy says, did you use Fallout or did you keep the orange tinge? I used Fallout for a while, so some of my first videos used Fallout, but I recently uninstalled Fallout and installed a different one called Nevada Uprising or Nevada Springs or something like that. And it's a weather mod that it removed the sickly orange tinge. And this is another thing that Obsidian... So, first, answer your question. I'm doing a video on Longneck, Lukowski today, because when I published my video on Longneck, Lukowski a few days ago, I got many comments saying that there was something that I missed. And I'm frustrated about that, so we're going to go and do the Longneck, Lukowski cannery on my Institute character, who has not been there yet, and we're going to see if we can get that alternate ending. But in terms of mods for Fallout New Vegas, the frustrating thing about what Obsidian did is to change the mood of the place. All they did is put a color filter on the screen. So when you get to Camp Searchlight, they just put a green color filter on the screen. They've got this beautiful world, and then to make it kind of feel like a sandy wasteland, they just put this sickly orange color filter on the screen. And that's not the way that's not the way to immerse your player into the game. You don't just change the color filter of the game. So there are a lot of much more complicated and sophisticated ways to engender the same kind of mood and atmosphere. So I've got an E and B installed that it changes color tweaks, but it first removes the sickly orange pale color that you get throughout the entire world. And as a consequence, it also removes the green color tint from Camp Searchlight, so that Camp Searchlight no longer looks like it's irradiated, sadly. Xavier says Obsidian had a short amount of time to put out New Vegas. Bethesda kind of screwed them over on that front. Look, I don't want to get too hard on Obsidian. I realize, first of all, we don't know if Bethesda screwed them over. That's a huge leap. Secondly, we got to thank Bethesda, because without them giving the Fallout 3 engine to Obsidian and saying, feel free to make New Vegas, we wouldn't have New Vegas. So unnecessary hate towards Bethesda is irrational. But I do recognize that Obsidian didn't have all of the time in the world to create New Vegas. Certainly not the time that Bethesda had to create the Fallout 3 experience. So I recognize that. But that's the wonder and beauty of Bethesda games. Because they allow modding, because they released the GECK, the Garden of Eden Creation Kit, modders will extend the lifespan of these games far longer than they ever normally would have lasted by fixing all of the bugs, patching all of the broken quests, and making the game look much more beautiful. That's the beauty of what's going on here. And did I take out 2 cigars? I did. I only need 1, and I forgot that I already took one out. All right, hold on. So it's morning, ladies and gents. And I typically don't drink in the morning. This is Scotch and Smoke Rings, and Mr. Cleanup Guy says, Oxhorn, are you reading the Discord chat today? Yes, I am reading Discord, as well as the YouTube chat. I'm kind of flipping between the two. Anyway, I typically don't drink in the morning, so I've got this beautiful bottle of 16-year-old Lagavulin, but it's 6:30 in the morning my time. So I'm not drinking Scotch right now. It's too early. Instead, I'm drinking coffee. Cheers. But you know what it's never too early for? Cigars. Never too early for cigars. So let's pop this one open. By the way, my son makes a cameo in my video that I have scheduled for today. He snuck into my office while I was working. I had my headphones on, and I was recording footage for my video today, and I didn't hear him come in. I can't see the door. The door is over there. And he had woken up from his nap, and his mother was sleeping. And so he came downstairs while I was working and started talking to me while I'm in the middle of shooting footage. And so I just went with it. I included it in the video. And then he sat down in a chair right next to me and watched me finish recording my footage for the video. There we go. Hey, Nate Pick, thanks for the tip. He says, wanted to say thank you for content. You do a great job in taking a different approach to normal Fallout gameplay. Have a blessed day. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Ox, you have a video planned on Assaultrons. No. It's an interesting idea, though. What would I say about Assaultrons? The big question is, why do they look like women? Talking with Cleo at Good Neighbor made me realize that, yeah, they did make Assaultrons look like women, didn't they? Interesting. What mods do you use for Fallout New Vegas, Oxhorn, says Mr. Cleanup Guy. I'm playing as Red China. I've got all of my mods listed for my New Vegas playthrough in the description of every video that I've been publishing recently. I put the list together a few days ago, and so for the past few days worth of videos, it's been in the description. It'll be in the description of the video I published today, and it's in the description of this live stream, I believe. So I'm only using about 15 or so mods in New Vegas. I'm still kind of early when it comes to modding my gameplay of New Vegas. Most of the mods that I have installed for New Vegas make it work, because it wasn't designed to work on computers in 2017. It was designed to work on computers in 2010, and so it's much harder to get the game to work in 2017. So I list all of the absolutely essential mods that you have to install to get it to work on Windows in 2017. Then I list all of my texture and environment and face changing mods, everything that just makes the game look better. And then I've got an organized list of better quality of life mods, like adding a reloading bench to the Lucky 38 casino, for example, and stuff like that. All right. Now, here we are in Fallout 4. I'm going to go ahead and turn off my music here. And let's change the audio settings. Let's turn the music up. I always really enjoy the music. Let's put the effects. There we go. All right. Now. But there. I need to go this way. Oh, landmine. Is there another one? Man, that was devilish. I believe that came from the children of Atom. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we need to go to the Longneck Lukowski cannery. So the reason we're going back there today is, first of all, I haven't done it on this character yet. And one of the things I do with my game is, after I shoot a video with a character, I go back and revisit that place on every character that I have, whom I haven't explored the place with yet, so that I don't miss out on the experience. And the bobbleheads and the perk magazines and all of that. That way all of my characters for all of the different factions are leveling at the same rate. But the main reason we're coming back here today is because I got a lot of comments on the video that I published on the Longneck Lukowski cannery that I missed something. That there was an alternate ending to this quest that I failed to get. So we're going to go ahead and try that now. And I normally don't miss things like that, so I have to apologize for missing that in my video. But we're going to see if we can get it to trigger with this video. Now, I was told that one of the reasons I didn't get that alternate ending is because I had a companion with me. So we're actually going to make X688 wait out here.
Hey.
Yeah?
Wait there.
I'll keep the area secure.
Thanks, X6. With him waiting outside, we should be safe to go and get this alternate ending to the quest.
You can't only take 10 cans. You know, it tastes better than that old cram or brahmin that's been sitting out in the sun for days. There are people out there who are hungry.
I wish there was a way to rush this dialogue.
Sell up the product a bit more.
I'm sorry, but 10 cans is all I can commit to right now. It was selling like crazy for a while there, but there's been talk about people getting sick.
People get sick all the time. That has nothing to do with my product. Besides, I mean, I'm only selling the meat you people bring me. If there's something wrong with it, it's your own damn fault.
Oh, so now it's my fault? Forget it, the deal's off. You want to sell your product to the people out there? Then you can get out there and do it your damn self.
What? Hey, come on. Fine, leave. You'll be back.
This is such a nasty guy.
Bitch.
Excuse me.
Oh, sorry you had to see that. Just some trade negotiations. Distributors. always trying to talk their way into a bigger cut of the profit. I'm Theodore Collins, and I run Longneck Lukowski's, purveyor of the finest canned food in all the Commonwealth. We've got...
What was that about people?
Look, I bet you
Sure.
a great price for a great...
See, this is what I get for trying to get through the dialogue too quick.
Isn't my favorite customer. We buy old cans.
What do you mean contaminated?
There might have been some mole rats, but look, I accept on the... Are you interested?
Right? So I can have a look around?
Boy, you are persistent, aren't you? Well, 7 out of...
I might be able to take care of that mole rat problem for you.
Really? That would be great. Can't stand the little buggers myself.
Jessica says, I think
give you a little
Theodore has
something
some
for your
great voice
trouble.
acting. Yeah, I agree. Theodore does have some great voice acting. It makes me really want to punch him in the face. And it takes talent to get me to want to punch someone in the face. So I agree with you. He does have great voice acting. All right.
You're welcome to have a look. But stay out of the old basement.
Yeah,
It isn't safe down there.
Yeah, we all know why you don't want us in the basement there, Theodore. Where's that light coming from? Oh! From those blackened windows. That's interesting. The windows are blackened out, but they're still casting light in the bathrooms. Glitch, I think. I'm getting a little bit of hitches. I don't know if you can notice that. Is eating a ghoul technically cannibalism? Gosh, that's a great question. I don't even want to think about it. What's up? With a wonderful tip, thank you very much, says, first time I get to catch you live. I'm at work right now, can't watch, but I enjoy listening to the commentary. Cheers and keep up the good content. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate the fact that so many people can watch me at work. I'm glad I can help you get through the workday. So, for those who watched my video on Longneck Lukowski's cannery, I covered this briefly, but you might not have seen how these are the retorts. I learned a lot about canning meat by doing this video. These are the retorts that the cannery used to pasteurize the meat. There are 2 retorts on this upper floor, and then there were other retorts in the basement. We'll show those off in a minute. Seems like a weird choice of music to be playing in the cannery. They should be playing this, you know, at the Boston airport, I think. And then here's that skeleton guy. Oh, that was the incidental music. That's right. So Fallout 4 has these little flourishes. Whenever you discover something interesting, it'll play one of those little flourishes. And apparently it thought that this was a good time to do so. What about eating super mutants? Does that count as cannibalism? Another great question. Here's the way I'm going to think about it. Yes, super mutants and ghouls used to be human, but they're not human anymore. They've changed species. So they are no longer of the species human. Maybe we could say that they've evolved. Oh! Or devolved in the case of ghouls. Man, all this potted meat. Ugh. After doing this episode, I can't think about spam ever again. Alright. Time to go down the elevator. Actually, when are you going to make a video about the Lynn Pier parking? Lynn Pier parking. I don't know. I haven't thought about it. But thanks for bringing it up. I love doing videos about little side locations like that, so maybe I'll add it to my list. Lynn Pier parking. Yeah, okay, I'll try to remember that. Okay, so there's this place down here as well. I thought that there might be another hatch behind this door, but I even toggled clipping and there's nothing behind there. So really, the only thing left to do is to go down here. Oh, I didn't see that last time. Caution, this machine has no brain. Use your own. That's great.
Going down.
Here we go.
Local elevator controls disabled by system administrator.
See, I normally play with music off, and then I put in the music later. That way that you don't get a bunch of choppy music as I edit it. So I miss out on these little flourishes of music as I discover a place or something bad happens. I like that. Alright, we've already read all of the log entries, so we'll just open the door. If you missed my video on the Longneck Lukowski and you want to see what all this says, just after the stream, go and watch that video. I cover all of the logs in the terminal. There. Whoa! Who triggered the Tesla trap? Ha! Ha! Must have been one of the rad roaches. Oh, that's funny. That didn't happen the last time I did it. Yeah, there's the laser tripwire. Looks like one of the rad roaches accidentally triggered the Tesla trap. I try to loot all of the meat I can because cooking meat is one of the fastest ways to gain experience. Ah! You can go take out a super mutant headquarters, loot all of their meat bags, go back and get half a level just by cooking up all the meat you looted, especially at younger levels. Arid says, hello, Oxhorn. Cheers. Cheers, good sir. Make more Fallout t-shirt designs. Yeah, I'm working on a new one. I'm a little frustrated because the guys at Teespring are kind of... They said they're going to help me work on a new design, but they've been out of town. They're going to update me at the end of the week. But yeah, I've got a new design that they're working on right now that we'll get to you guys at the end of the week. Hopefully at the end of the week. Alright, we're going to use my awesome assault rifle here. Oh, look at you! You learned how to open doors. And I just recently got Pain Train on this guy. I loved Pain Train on my Brotherhood of Steel character, so I finally bought the perk on my Institute character. And I'm going to try and use it if I can remember. It's only the first level, though, so it's a little bit weaker than Pain Train on my Brotherhood of Steel character. But it's great. It stuns them briefly, knocks them back, giving me plenty of time to pull out my gun and shoot. Which character is this? This is my Institute character. She's my evil character. My Brotherhood of Steel character is my morally gray, almost evil character. And my Institute character is my pure evil character. Because the Institute, right? Can you make a video about Fallout 3, asks Jenny. Yeah, I do eventually want to start doing videos on Fallout 3. I will use Fallout 3 footage in my videos, sometimes as necessary. For example, when I did a video on the Mechanist, I logged into Fallout 3 and shot footage. But, you know, Fallout 3 has many of the same problems that Fallout New Vegas does. And that's that it's such an old game that it's hard to get it to work on your machine. So my primary strategy with Fallout 3 is I need to get it... Ah! Yeah. That's what happens when I'm talking to people and not paying attention. I need to get it stable. I want to get it stable on my machine first, and then once it's stable, I'm going to start modding it and trying to make it look better, because like Fallout New Vegas, it suffers from many of the same issues of ugly characters, very ugly characters. But yeah, then I'll start doing Fallout 3 videos as well. So hang tight, ladies and gentlemen. Lots of new Fallout content coming. Do Gary. Yeah, I know all about Gary. We will do Gary. I don't know why it is, but there are two trolls who leave comments. Okay, 3. There are 3 trolls who leave comments on my videos. First, there's the Preston Garvey troll. He thinks he's smart. He thinks he's clever. He comes to the chat and says, "General, another settlement needs your help." All right? Then there's the Gary troll. He thinks he's smart and clever. He comes and he starts saying, "Gary, Gary, Gary." And you're like, yes, Gary, right. And then there's the Legion troll. He comes to your chat and he says, "Awe, true to Kaiser." Over and over and over again. And then there are the NCR trolls, and they'll say, "Almost makes you want a nuclear winter." Over and over and over again. Yes, we get it. We all played the same game, and yes, we heard the same dialogue over and over again. These 2 guys are interesting. 2 skeletons lying side by side with a stim pack. I forgot to mention them in the video that I did on this area. I wonder if they died when the bombs dropped and came down here to shoot up stim packs to just enjoy the feeling until they died, or if they managed to come down here after the bombs dropped and hide away until they ran out of food and water or something. Techno Geek Girl, thank you for reminding me. That's right, there's the 5th troll who comes in and says, "Tunnel snakes rule." Yeah. It's very dramatic music. Okay, well, where was the other one that I killed? It was over... Ah! Over here. Alright, now... I made this mistake last time. There's a secret behind this staircase, but if you try and go while in power armor, you get stuck. So... there we go. When will you make one about Swan's Pond? Well, in my video on the FEV virus, I talked a lot about Swan and read all of his notes. So I pretty much covered Swan's Pond already. If I did a video just dedicated to Swan and his pond, I would be covering territory that I've already covered again. Plus, it wouldn't make for a very long video. It would be like a 7-minute video. So I don't know if I'm going to do a video just on Swan's Pond, but if you want to see the content on Swan that I've already done, check out my video on the FEV, the Forced Evolutionary Virus. I did a video on the FEV lab in the Institute where we discovered that the Institute are responsible for making the super mutants in the Commonwealth, including Swan. That's right. They are the ones who created Swan. And it's so stupid. Wait, I just went back the way I did. It's so stupid because Swan used to be a janitor at the Institute. And they experimented on him. He was part of the Institute. He was one of them. And they locked him in a cage and injected him with FEV. Gosh, I don't understand it when people sit there and try and tell me that the Institute is the best hope for mankind. Is this boss music? Aha! Ooh! All right. The problem with this is now I gotta dig for their bodies in this oily, murky water. I'm playing Fallout New Vegas because of you, Oxhorn, says Camellia. Well, thank you very much. Where did all those bodies go? Ah, I hate this. I just want to loot their corpses. There's one. If I look straight down at the water... Oh, well. There's this poor lady I showed off in my video. She almost made it. She has her duffel bag and her 10mm ammunition. But she didn't quite make it. I like the ghoul splatter up here. Look at all the ghoul splatter we find. Or the glowing one. Yeah, the glowing one splatter. Alright, hold on. Important break here. Gotta relight my cigar. Why none of these powerful factions want to help the actual people of the world we live in is beyond me. Well, the Minutemen do. The Minutemen, I mean, I guess you could say they're not powerful factions. But you can make them powerful. That's the beauty of being General of the Minutemen. You can make the faction powerful. As I argue in my video on the Minutemen are like the second character. There are two characters in Fallout 4. The Sole Survivor and the Minutemen. And just like you have to level your character, you have to level the Minutemen. You level the Minutemen by taking all of the settlements, rebuilding them, providing homes for people of the wasteland, and they can become a powerful faction. They can become so powerful that they are up there with all the other factions in the game. Just depends on the amount of effort you want to put into them, huh? I can load up. Let's see if I can know a paint train. Oh yeah! There's more pain in this train. Alright, where are they? They're gonna come up out of that. There they are! Pain train! Oh, and he's done! Come on, ghoul! Where'd he go? Ah! I love it! I don't know why I like it so much. Oh no. That's right. This, as the songsmith says, is how we do it. Now I just gotta find their corpses in this murky, horrible, oily water. But you don't have to play the Minuteman character, says Arms. That's true, you don't have to play the Minuteman character. That's why there are a bunch of other factions to side with. If you don't want to. Alright, well, we left X688 outside, so hopefully... Does Pain Train work on turrets? Yeah. It's not quite as impressive, though. Powder Gangers rule, says... Oh, there's always one, man. Says Mihari. Yes, yes, yes. Powder Gangers rule. Tunnel Snakes rule.
Got it.
Always true to Kaisar. Alright. The pipe doesn't go anywhere, does it? Gotta watch out for those mines. There's one more, I believe. And then there's one over here that's really diabolical. This tripwire is attached to two different makeshift bombs. One right here and one over there. So if you try and sprint through it, it's really evil. You try and sprint through it to avoid that makeshift bomb, you detonate that one. So really the only way is to trip this tripwire. There we go. And then there's the other one. Oh, that's evil. Okay, we're nearing the end here. I killed the NCR Caesar and everyone in the game in Fallout New Vegas, says Skull Gamer. Well, nothing says...
Nice.
Edgy loner teenager than playing a single player game and killing all other possible fake people in the world so that you are truly alone, right? I kid. I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do about Caesar. Like, I mean, I want to kill him, right? But should I kill him as soon as I find him? Or should I wait to kill him? I don't know. James says, hey, or Jeremy says, hi, Oxhorn, from Poland. Wow, all the way from Poland. Pleasure to have you on the program. Here's the... I missed that incidental music when I did this the last time, but here's the evil secret. Okay, so viewers were telling me that to get the other ending, we have to run up to the manager's pod and talk to Theodore, without killing him. And if we get close, we can talk to him. So I'm going to do a hard save here. See if we can run on up.
I told you to stay out of the basement. Now that you know my little secret, I'll just have to kill you. Oh.
Hey, Theodore. Theo.
Oh, oh! Hey, look! It doesn't have to be this way. Look, we can run this place together. You look the other way, and I'll give you a cut of the profits.
Okay.
So you can feed people ghoul meat?
Hey, ghouls are no different than any other dumb animal. They're an untapped food source. What do you say? I mean, you help keep this quiet. I run the cannery. We both make a fortune.
Hey, thanks for the tip, Canned. Canned says, just a token of how much I appreciate what you do. I've been watching you for over a year, and I finally got to catch a live stream. Stay encouraged, Chris. I will, Chris. There ain't no stopping me now. Well,
I'm listening.
We go in on it together. I run the cannery, you bring me meat in cans, and make sure nobody gets suspicious. What do you say? I mean, you help keep this quiet. I run the cannery. We both make a fortune.
so there is an alternate ending to this that I missed in my last run. And I feel bad because I should have put it in that video and I forgot. Well, since this is my evil character, I'm going to choose the evil ending.
Fine. But don't cross me again.
Oh, man. I thought you were gonna kill me for sure. Woo. Here's your cut. I'll get this place cleaned up and I'll even give you a discount on the meat.
He says, woo! Oh, man, I like Theodore. I should have left him alive in my other playthroughs. I feel bad for killing him now.
There we go.
Yeah, the barter bobblehead.
Yes.
Tales of a Junktown jerky vendor. I thought you were gonna kill me for sure. Woo! Good old Theo. Alright, and is there another... Yeah. This seems like very unnecessary locked gate. GRASP, 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 GRASP.
Yes.
Yeah. All that for a shotgun. Seems lame. Well, I just realized the one drawback of leaving him alive is now I can't steal all this meat without him turning hostile. Oh, Bethesda didn't plan for us leaving him alive. Look at that. Look at that. He blew up the catwalk, and Bethesda didn't even plan for us leaving him alive. Here, let's give him a push. Come on, Theo. Ah. We can't push him off, can we? No. Oh well, when I come back in, he'll be in the right spot. But yeah, now we can't loot all this wonderful meat. Oh. Not without turning everybody hostile. I'm sad. Oh well, we got what we needed. Let's see if Trader Riley is out here. Probably not. If you don't go right outside the cannery, upon entry, she leaves. And you'll have to find her in a random encounter. Pain train him? Yeah, if I would have done that, that would have turned him hostile. Yeah, she's gone. It's alright, I'll meet her again in another random encounter. Well, let's go get X6. Standing over here all lonely like a silent white sentinel.
Hey,
What do you need?
come on.
Right. Good luck trying to wash that smell off.
And one thing about
Might find something useful here.
one thing about companions is Fallout 4 is they'll say things like
Nothing worthwhile here. Just some junk.
they'll say something like, you might find something useful here, but then you start looting things, and they mock you. You're not that desperate. Yeah, shut up, X6. Oh, that's right, I got to go on the roof. There's also a random encounter hotspot right around the corner here. Unless they make a liar of me. Am I a liar? There's usually a fight going on right down here. Yeah, looks like I'm a liar. Nothing's going on. No, I'm not.
Shouldn't take long. Didn't
Is he
even break a
running?
sweat.
Was that Mirelurk running away? That's the first time I've seen Mirelurks there. I usually see raiders fighting with other raiders. Or gunners or something. Looks like you guys are trying to figure out what I'm smoking. I'm smoking a La Aurora Corojo cigar. All right, now for the roof, and then we are finished with the cannery. Great episode of Coffee and Smoke Rings. Yeah, I know. Oh, only laser weapons.
Sweet.
There we go. The music to Fallout 4 is just amazing. Have I said that before? I should say it more often. This music is so good. I'm liking the music for Fallout New Vegas, but I can definitely hear the... It's the same composer, by the way. I can definitely hear his maturation as a composer between New Vegas and Fallout 4. The new Vegas music is still good, but it's mostly kind of, you know, cliche video game music, like we're in a fight battle music. Every now and then he'll have a really good moody piece, but Fallout 4, the entire soundtrack is just gorgeous. Especially Far Harbor. Nathan Grant says, why are people getting upset with Nightbot? Just don't swear. I know, right? It's so easy, but so hard for some people. There is one thing that you are in 100% control of, and that's what you type on your keyboard. You are in 100% control of that. Just don't swear. It's easy. All right, we got the safe. We got the containers. Was there anything? No, there wasn't really anything in there, was there? Okay, before I end the broadcast, I'll take you to my director's quarters at the Institute. And then I'm going to have to log off because I got a video to make for tomorrow. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a video on Nipton, if I get it done. So don't hold me to it, but should be a video on Nipton. Oxhorn, you missed the Gobby campaign. Scout rifle at the Cottonwood Cove. Gobi campaign scout rifle. That was me writing a note, reminding myself to check it out. Thanks. Okay. So this is my Institute ritual. I haven't finished making my director's quarters. As you can see, it's not finished yet. So you normally can't in the game make this, but I've got a mod installed that turns it into a workshop that allows me to build whatever I want. I haven't gotten a chance to really build it yet, so I'm slowly putting it together piece by piece. One of these days I will show you the finished product. But I don't have high enough charisma for a lot of workbenches, so I have to run all over the Institute just to craft things. This is my legendary apparel. Alright, now let's go craft some stuff. Make way, director of the Institute, coming through. So these are the cooking stations with the mod installed, these wonderful food processor things.
Good place to upgrade your weapon.
X6! This is a food synthesizer. This isn't a place to upgrade my weapon. And we can craft all that meat. Consider this to be my game maintenance. I gotta do this every time I shoot a video just to make sure I don't get my inventory too cluttered up and that I don't miss out on opportunities to level. Otherwise I really get behind. You can see me behind on my railroad character. She's got like 16 levels that I haven't bothered spending yet, and tons of stuff in her inventory I haven't bothered to organize. So if you don't keep up on it, it can get away from you. Alright, and after I finish crafting all my food, I'm going to transfer everything that I don't want. The cool thing about this mod is all of these stations are connected. So whatever I place in here, I'm going to have access to inside every other crafting container. Why do I have a... Oh, I must have found it. If I store it all, it keeps my inventory nice and clean. Nice and clean. There, so much better. Alright, now let's go to biosciences, because that's where we're going to find our chemistry station. Clayton, I need this. Okay, so I'm using buff jet. Which one is it? It's buff jet, right? Yeah. 1, 2, then psycho buff. 3. 1, 2, 3. Jet fuel. Overdrive. Can I make any psycho? No, I'm out of hub flower. Let's tag that for search. Let's go to healing. Refreshing beverage. These are heavy though, so I only make a few of these. I use these in place of stim packs and Radaway and Radex. Or Radaway. So don't need to make any of those. So make sure I have enough. Oh yeah. Where's my refreshing beverage? There it is. 10. That's exactly what I need. Sweet. Let's go back to our director's headquarters. Before we do, I'll show you where the mod places the armor and weapons workbench. It's over here by synth retention. There's the weapons station. And there's the armor station. So even though I don't have very high charisma with the mod installed, at least I have access to all of the different crafting stations. See if we can get any energy ammo.
Hey there.
You are authorized to access my stock of supplies.
I'll take a look. Sure.
Alright, so then I usually buy all the plasma and fusion that I possibly can, and then I sell everything else that I don't need. I should really start going through my 10mm ammunition. I've got way too much of that. Alright, yeah. So this is how I keep up on all my ammunition, and how I get as many caps as I do. I just buy everything that all of the rare ammunition, and then sell all the common ammunition, and I make a pretty penny. You go around to the entire Commonwealth, to all the different merchants, and you can walk away with all the ammunition you need and all the caps you need. So yeah, there you go. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do up here. I haven't decided how I want to decorate this. I've got a little bed over here, and that's about it. But there you go. So that's the live stream, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for coming to this week's episode of Scotch and Smoke Rings, episode 408. We had a whole lot of fun going to Longneck, Lukowski, and you are right. There was an alternate ending to the Longneck Lukowski questline that I missed in my last video. I am sorry about that, but at least I covered it in this video. And stay tuned. In about an hour and a half, I'm publishing a video on the top 10 basement and bunker player home mods for Fallout 4. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. Ferris says, where's Sean? Sean is in the cybernetics lab, I believe. lost my train of thought there. Oh yeah, I'm saying goodbye. Yeah, I'm gonna get to work on my video about Nipton, so stay tuned for tomorrow. Got a video on Nipton, and then either a video on Bitter Springs or Boone, the character companion profile, on Sunday. So stay tuned for that. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to tune in next week, same Ox time, same Ox channel, Thursday, 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific time for Scotch and Smoke Rings episode 409. And until then, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming, and have a good day.